Hey guys, Erin here from Erin Holt Health. Today I'm going to talk to you about staying healthy through the holidays. So this is my favorite time of year. I love it. I know a lot of people feel the same way, but I also know that a lot of people don't. That this can be a really stressful time of year with social obligations and family obligations and wonky schedules, food and drink everywhere. Sometimes the healthy habits that we've put in place throughout the years can start to fall by the wayside this time of year, which is a bummer. So what I'm going to do is share some of my tips, ways that I go about the holiday season, and hopefully they will help you a little bit. So the first one, and this is kind of a tough one, is to learn how to say no. I recently saw a meme that said, stop saying yes to S word that you hate. So it's just stuff that you hate. And that's easy for me. That's really easy for me. But what's not easy for me is saying no to the things that I love. But sometimes I have to do that. Just a couple of weeks ago, my mother-in-law told me that I need to slow down and learn how to pace myself so I don't miss out on things. And that's great advice. But I also understand that sometimes in my life, I'm just going to miss out on things. And that's okay. But if I'm constantly saying yes, 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 and running here, there, and everywhere for the holiday season, then I'm going to be in kind of a bad mood and I'm probably not going to feel my personal best. So I do say no to things and I feel pretty okay about it. Next up is exercise. So when schedules get crazy, right, and we get really busy, the first thing to fall by the wayside is our exercise. We stop going to the yoga class or run a little bit less or whatever your bag is. So my advice to you is to schedule that in just like it's any other obligation. Really, really commit to yourself to not get, to not fall behind, to just keep up what you're doing. Just keep the schedule up. If you have a hard time committing to yourself, so sometimes it's really easy for us to say yes to other people, but showing up for ourselves is really hard. If that's you, that's totally fine, but commit to somebody else. So maybe get a running partner, maybe get a workout buddy this time of year to really hold yourself accountable if you can't do that for yourself. And I do want to say that that's perfectly fine. Some of us respond to habits, into expectations in very different ways. And I think it's important to, rather than beat yourself up, being like, oh, I wish I wasn't this way, to acknowledge how you are and then just respond accordingly. Give yourself what you need. So keep your exercise, maybe get a workout buddy, schedule it in if you need to, but don't miss the exercise. I think we all kind of know that if we're constantly moving our body, we feel better, we make better choices across the board. So give yourself that gift the holiday season to keep showing up for yourself. Next up, let's talk food. So what I do is keep it really simple this time of year. I do a lot of batch cooking. I just take one day or a couple of days and just prepare a lot of stuff so I have things on the ready. So if we're flying out the door or we're running here, there, and everywhere, there's food that I can grab. There's easy stuff to make. I always have the cupboard packed to the gills with snacks that we can take on the road that I feel comfortable eating. And if we are going somewhere, I always, always, always bring something. Number one, it's nice, but number two, I always know that there's going to be something there that I can eat. So I have all bases covered for myself, for my family. We're good. So that's kind of, I actually posted a blog today, so you can hop on over to erinholthealth.com to get a peek inside my kitchen, kind of how I run things throughout this time of year. Like I said, it's batch cooking. I make a big pot of something. We eat it a couple of nights that week. I have it for lunch. So it just really simplifies and streamlines the operation. And I also want to say that the holidays, right, they're really 4 or 5 days, yet we stretch it out to be 2 months. So if you just really focus on those 4 or 5 days, and if you have a few parties thrown into the mix, let's say 10 days. That's kind of a lot, but let's say 10 days. If you just say, hey, for those 10 days, I'm just going to show up, I'm going to eat a little bit, I'm going to drink a little bit, I'm going to have fun, and that's it. That's not going to kill you. It's not. It's not going to completely derail whatever habits you've put in place. However, when we start to snowball out of control and those few holidays or those few social parties or whatever become a 2-month endeavor, that's when we get into a little bit of trouble. So try to just really focus on the task at hand, so to speak, and then the rest of the time, just do what you normally would. And important to keep in mind that you should be enjoying this time. You really should. And that includes the food too. So if you show up and there's something that you really want to eat and it looks awesome, then eat it. What we tend to do is we get stressed out. Even before we get there, we can start stressing out about, oh my gosh, what's going to be there? What are we going to eat? We get there and we're like, oh my God, I want to eat this, but I shouldn't. It's bad. And so we're stressed so much that we actually don't even enjoy the food while we're eating it, which is just kind of crazy. And of course, we're not going to be satisfied if we didn't enjoy the food while we were eating it. So then we're going to want more. We're going to eat more. We're going to feel like yucky about ourselves because we did something that we shouldn't do. And then that's when it starts to spiral out of control. So my suggestion is to just sit down, eat the food, enjoy it, have fun, have a couple of drinks. It's a celebratory time. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. And don't check out of the process. Don't disengage. Just really be there as much as you can. And then at the end of the holiday season, if you're feeling like you still need a little bit of a reboot, that's completely fine too. My next Fueled and Fit starts January 9th. It's a Monday, so it's after the holidays. And again, if you just feel like you need a little kick in the pants, totally fine. That's what I'm here for. So you guys, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Enjoy it, and I will catch up with you soon.